Ongaku concept.
The bass note of a chord has the ability to completely change its function. One of the best examples of this is the cadential 6/4 chord. The cadential 6/4 chord is when you take your tonic and you put it in second inversion. 6/4 is a figured bass term, which most non-classical musicians refer to as second inversion, which is when you put the fifth of a chord on the bass. So in other words, in the key of C, your tonic is C major, and if you were to put the fifth of that chord on the bass, you would have a cadential 6/4 chord in C. When we do this, the tonic chord takes on a whole new sound. It's subtle, but it doesn't really sound like the home chord anymore. Since the second inversion is pretty unstable, it adds tension, and it opens up new ways to use the chord. So what does cadential mean? If you're familiar with a cadence, you should be able to get some idea of this function. Basically, the cadential 6/4 chord acts as a predominant. In other words, it's used to lead into the 5 chord in preparation for a 5-to-1 cadence. You'll understand better if you hear it. Here's the opening theme to the anime Croisée in a Foreign Labyrinth. Listen to the last few chords of the verse and see if you can hear it. In the key of F, we have a 1-5-6-4 progression in the verse. The 4 chord is followed up by a cadential 6/4 chord and a 5-to-1 cadence. Even though F over C contains all the notes that a normal F chord has, that C on the bass makes things just unstable enough to say, hold on, we're not done yet. It would have been perfectly acceptable to put a 2 chord here, or a 5 sus chord, or any other predominant. They all have their own unique sound, and the cadential 6/4 chord is a really clever way of turning what's normally the home chord into something completely new. Before I finish this episode, I just want to recommend the anime that this song is from. It's really touching, it's well produced, and it's one of my favorites. The entire soundtrack was done by a bossa nova band called Kokoya, and they are amazing, and if you're into that sort of thing, which you should be because bossa nova is awesome, check that out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week.